I think it's really important that everyone who joins Thrive understands a bit about our history and how we've arrived at being the organisation that we are today, because what's happened in the past has really shaped our future. Thrive was formed in 2008 to take transfer of the homes from Three Rivers District Council, and at that point the ambition of the organisation was to bring those homes up to a decent standard, and that was pretty much it. By the time that I joined Thrive in 2009, I realised that we had some decisions to make, because we could either stick to the original plan, which would create an organisation that was going to find it difficult to respond to changes in the external environment. It was going to have difficulty keeping up with customer expectation, and this would leave it vulnerable to merger. Or we could evolve to become a self-sustaining business that could grow and that could do more for customers going forward. In order to create that forward-looking organisation, things had to change, but we recognised that this needed to be a thoughtful process. It needed to be a sort of evolutionary process, and it was one that needed to involve the whole of the organisation and indeed the board. Initially, our key priorities were to deliver that Decent Homes programme. We needed to create capacity within the leadership team. We needed to right-size the staff team, and we also needed to refinance, because we had come into being with a very traditional LSVT financial arrangement, and that gave the bank too much control over our business plan. And finally, we had to have a focus on reporting and performance across the business, because that culture of delivering to targets, etc., just didn't exist at that time. Having achieved all of those steps, we then had to think about what we needed to do to move forward. The board needed to evolve as part of this next step. We had started as an organisation with a tenant chair. We then moved through to the stage where we had a wholly independent member as our board chair. And in 2020, the board became wholly skills-based when the tenants who had formed part of that board during the initial stages stepped down. Our customer relationship also needed to evolve, and in 2019, we introduced the Thrive deal, and that sets out really clearly, really openly, what we expect of our customers and what they can expect of us as their landlord. And that's really what forms the foundation of the relationship that we want to have with our customers. Supporting that, we have also worked really closely with customers to ensure that we have a way of communicating with them, to hearing what is important to them. And that's moved from a scrutiny panel through to a customer experience panel. And now today we have a group of involved, engaged customers who can participate in a variety of ways on topics that are important to them. Just as our relationship with our customers needed to evolve, so did our relationship with our colleagues. And for them, like our customers, we want people to understand what is expected of them and how they can contribute to the organisation. We've moved away from a very hierarchical, task kind of oriented structure within the organisation to one where people are self-determining, they're responsible for their workload, and there are lots of ways for them to contribute to the wider management of the business through our engagement groups. I think one of the really important things to understand about Thrive is just our approach to doing business. Thrive tries to be a very thoughtful organisation. We're very clear about what our purpose is, which is to be a landlord and to provide more homes that are affordable to people within the communities that we operate within. And that process of being thoughtful, of trying things out, experimenting, seeing if it works, and if it works, sticking with it, but if not, moving on to the next thing, is what's helped us to evolve to the position that we're in today. And that's how we want to continue to operate. It's been the foundation of our success to date, and we believe that it will take us into the future.